Hey guys, what is up? Sam or Scorpiolo here, and welcome back to another Call of Duty Modern Warfare video. Today I'm going to be making a video I didn't expect to be making about a huge upcoming update for Call of Duty Modern Warfare. We're going to be talking about new maps, weapons, modes, leveling and Warzone changes, and much more, including the arrival of a long-awaited operator, so stay tuned for details on that. But anyways, let's get right into this by talking about the fact that no official Season 7 is coming. There will likely be no more battle passes, but Modern Warfare will still be releasing more content soon, as was confirmed recently by an employee over at Infinity Ward. We're going to be going over everything that is coming with this next big update, and believe me, there's a lot more than you expect. So let's get into it. Anyways, December 10th will see the release of Season 1 for Black Ops Cold War, bringing with it the release of new maps, weapons, modes and more for that game, as well as new content for Warzone, which we'll get into in a bit. But the big thing for Modern Warfare players and those who intend to stick with the game is that the new seasonal prestige leveling system in Black Ops Cold War will now be connected to Modern Warfare and Warzone, where your level in one will be the same in another, so you can level universally across all three of these games to grind each one. I think this is an absolutely sick way to unite all of the Call of Duty universe. I would expect this will also be the date that we get this big update for Modern Warfare and Warzone, so look out for December 10th. It's going to be a big day for Call of Duty all round, no matter what you're a fan of. Anyways, with that all out of the way, let's jump into specifically what's going to be coming to Modern Warfare with this big update. Now, from what we can see, there are 3 weapons ready to go in the files, with a few of them actually having recently become usable in-game as a result of glitches. Anyway, some of these are some awesome returning guns that I think are sure to make players happy. First up, we have the Scorpion Evo SMG, returning from Black Ops 2. This thing was always an absolute beast. It fires insanely fast with quite a bit of kick to it, but it just melts players. It's a ton of fun to use. Next up, we have the Makarov pistol. It's a pretty standard handgun, again last seen in Black Ops 2, but it's cool to see another pistol coming into the game. Nice secondary there. And lastly, there is another unknown LMG in the files. Based on the fact it doesn't yet have a name, it could be coming at a later stage on, maybe as a challenge or something. We do know that all 3 of these weapons will likely be coming as challenges, since there's not going to be another battle pass. We actually already have a fair few DLC LMGs, so it's interesting to see another one coming in. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see these 3 weapons spread out over a period of time. Let's get right into the multiplayer maps, because that's it on the weapons. Let's start off with the 2 6v6 maps, since I'm sure that's what most people are hyped for. It's worth noting that I have seen images of both of these maps that do confirm the details I will be sharing for both. However, sadly, due to Activision and copyright, I am unable to show these images, but they can be found pretty easily by doing some searching on Twitter. Let's start off with the remaster map. Kill House 6v6. Obviously, this is going to be a remaster of the fan favourite map from Call of Duty 4's Variety Map Pack, the only DLC for that game. It takes place in a warehouse, and it's just all out, fast paced action fun. Since it's quite a small map, I wouldn't be surprised if this was also playable in Gunfight 2. Next up, we have the Al Rab Airbase, again for 6v6. From what I've heard, this one looks to be a totally new map, taking place on a military airbase in the city of Al Rab in Urzikstan. This doesn't appear to be a remake of anything we've seen in the past, or anything from Verdansk in Warzone, where a lot of these post-launch maps have actually been getting ripped from. We're also going to be getting 2 new maps for the fan favourite 2v2 gunfight mode that will also be returning in Black Ops Cold War with the release of that game's Season 1. These maps often include some cool Easter eggs to do, some fun stuff to solve that will give an awesome visual reward. Anyway, hopefully we see some stuff like that, even although these are post-season maps. First up, we have Townhouse. This is likely based on the Clean House campaign mission where Price and his SAS team raid the Alcatala house in the UK, so this will be taking place in a more suburban area of England. Next up, we have Drainage. Not too sure what to expect from this one as of now, but based on the name, maybe some kind of sewage plant, or maybe it even takes place in a sewer system. I think that'd be sick. Now, let's get on to the detail I know many of you have been waiting for. Operators. Now, as there is seemingly no battle pass, these new operators will unfortunately likely be released through the game store, so be prepared to cash out if you want this fan favourite. John Soap McTavish, the classic playable character from Call of Duty 4. He was teased at the end of the campaign. His arrival to join the fight is likely to act as the cliffhanger to Modern Warfare's storyline till Modern Warfare 2 releases with a new campaign next year as Call of Duty 2021. To finally assemble the entirety of Task Force 141, audio files have actually been found for his operator, confirming his release is imminent. It's almost certainly with this big update. Sadly, they have recast the original voice actor, Kevin McKidd, but the actor is still Scottish, quite different to the original, but in my opinion he sounds really good. Can't wait to see how they've changed his aesthetic in game. Obviously some of the characters they've done some more drastic changes than others, but hopefully Soap is still pretty similar to when we last saw him in MW3. Well, aside from the fact he won't be dead. Anyways, here's an interesting one. A second operator is on the way. Shane Sparks, a famous hip-hop choreographer, is supposedly coming to the game. It's interesting to see more celebrities coming into the game after the release of American footballer Marshawn Lynch a few seasons back. Leaks pre-release actually said that Tessa Thompson from the Thor movies was actually going to be coming to the game. However, after this much time has passed without her release, I'm guessing that deal fell through and won't be coming, sadly. Let's talk about some modes. Well, aside from the new Rebirth mode that will be coming to Warzone on December 10th, which we'll come back to in a minute, let's talk about what else to expect from the next big update. One fan favourite mode still found in the files for both multiplayer and Warzone, which I think is extremely likely to come in this update, is Prop Hunt. I mean, why wouldn't they? Turn yourself into a prop, hide from players, get chased down. It's a ton of fun in multiplayer, and getting it in Warzone would be even cooler. Now let's talk about Warzone and the Rebirth update. Now Warzone will be getting a huge update on this date, not just due to the leveling system changes, but we'll also be seeing all of the guns from Black Ops Cold War becoming usable in Warzone. Now before you Modern Warfare engine fans go crazy, don't worry, that won't be going anywhere. The Warzone engine isn't changing. To put it simply, they'll instead be porting the Cold War content over to the Modern Warfare engine to bring it to Warzone, so it will be just like you're playing Modern Warfare, but with these Cold War guns in the game. Now based on the leaks, the current Warzone map of Verdansk isn't going anywhere just now, but we will be getting a new map. Let me explain. The classified Warzone experience listed on the Season 1 roadmap is in fact a new playlist known as Rebirth, a new mode for Warzone that will in fact be played on a totally different map. This will exist in addition to Verdansk. This map will in fact be based on the Alcatraz Portals map from Blackout, which is based on the fan favourite zombies map Mob of the Dead, except you can explore the entire Alcatraz island. Except in this game, there's going to be a bit of a twist, where instead of actually being Alcatraz, it's just going to be the same layout, but with a bit of a thematic change to fit the Cold War vibes with some Russian aesthetic changes. In the Alcatraz mode from Blackout, you'd actually respawn automatically after death after a limited number of times, so the same may actually happen here, so it's likely to play as quite a different mode. I wouldn't be surprised to see this mode take the place of Plunder to hold that slot as the kind of secondary mode in Verdansk that has the respawns, but yeah, don't worry, Verdansk isn't going anywhere just yet. We likely won't see that replaced until sometime in the spring. Some reports have been indicating March. Anyways, with Black Ops Cold War being out, it would make sense with the usual Call of Duty pattern to leave Modern Warfare multiplayer behind in terms of content updates, but with the new ranking system being updated into Modern Warfare as well as Black Ops Cold War and Warzone, it's clear Activision still want people playing this game, so I'd expect to see the odd map here and there and some other content like weapons and operators in this store, especially as we build towards Modern Warfare 2 coming in the next fall as they start to tease that storyline. There is plenty of unreleased content left in the files after all. So many operators, maps, weapons, there's tons of content there. It's worth noting that all of this is based on data mined information, so it is subject to change, and not all of this will necessarily come in this first update, but it's all in the files and ready to go. A lot of it with photographic proof, which as I said, I sadly can't show due to copyright, but between the gameplay of weapons, images of maps, voice lines of Soap, it's safe to say we can bet on all of this content coming in the very near future. And yeah, there's a lot of it. But with that guys, that's going to wrap up this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, make sure to drop a like to show your support. Comment down below if you're still grinding Call of Duty Modern Warfare multiplayer, because when I jumped on today to get this gameplay, it was an absolute sweat fest. But anyway, subscribe for more Call of Duty content, and I'll catch you later. Bye!